Hi, guys. Today we're going to react to a live performance of Fire After Fire by Sei Kimatsu. This is a Buy Me a Coffee request by AJ Middlefan. Thanks again, AJ Middlefan, for yet another request.
Thank you, AJ Middlefan. We appreciate the support. This is another band we have never heard of and never heard before, so a first-time reaction. Let's do it.
Well, I'm going to state the obvious here. I don't know when this band was formed, but maybe a little bit more than slightly similar to Kiss in their appearance.
They were formed in 1983.
When the song started, it reminded me of AC/DC. Just when it started, just with that guitar solo.
There's something to that guitar
thunder.
rolling. Yeah.
This is the kind of music that I like. I knew this was an older band. I think we talked about it off camera, that this might be the type of music that we love. And I wasn't surprised.
Well, appearance-wise, it's like it's a cross between Kiss and the Sex Pistols. But you can tell they're definitely influenced by Kiss in that regard. When they hit that chorus, I was like, yeah, I can hear the Kiss influence there. It's like the song is like metal, but the chorus is like rock. It's a little bit softer. It's actually really, really nice. I really like his voice. I just love the way they're sort of put together. And it's amazing that Daryl Hannah, took a break from the set of Blade Runner to play drums for this band.
And their lead vocalist at times, he actually sounds like Paul Stanley. You can actually hear Paul Stanley's voice in his voice.
A little bit, yeah. I think there's an influence there for sure. But I think they're also influenced by metal bands, which in the way the songs are composed, the guitars, the rest of the accompaniment, I guess. But again, we're not experts in any way whatsoever, so we could be way off. But that's what it sounds like to us. And I'm loving it. This is freaking awesome. They were formed in 83. I'm not sure exactly when this recording is from. I think it's we got this in the notes from a J Middlefan. I think it's sometime in the 90s, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. And also, I love how the 15 people who remember who Daryl Hannah is will laugh at what he said.
Yes. Thank you to all one of you.
Thanks, guy.
Fire after fire.
performance is from 1999, but they have a strong 80s vibe. It takes me back to everything I loved about the 80s with the whole, I'm talking about, by the way, their showmanship, not just the music. It makes me think about Duran Duran's Wild Boys and Mad Max and whatever from that era that reflect a post-apocalyptic reality, which is what I think what they're doing.
I agree with you. Visually, it does evoke those memories and those images, but I think they're meant to be some kind of demons, and it's part of this whole Japanese folklore and whatever they're doing. But yeah, there's definitely an 80s vibe to them.
Yeah.
In the way they are on stage, the way they look, the way he uses his voice, which is fantastic, by the way. I'm really loving his singing. And the rest of the band, geez, you get a sense of I'm watching a veteran band.
Yeah.
They know exactly what they're doing, they know how they're doing it. And apparently they are hugely influential in sort of rock and metal in Japan.
Yeah, I can
Very,
understand
very
that.
cool band.
They're extremely professional.
I love the look, I love the attitude, I love the music. Everything about this is fantastic. It does take me back. It doesn't feel like current music, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
No,
it's actually a very good thing. I prefer the sort of older music, and we haven't even finished this one. I'm already curious to know what other stuff, what other music they've released, what other songs they have.
That's what they give out. I love it when there's a magnificent chaos by a band. We've seen it before, but by a band who's extremely professional like yourself. Makes me curious to what else we can find about them.
Yeah, it's like a similar attitude, but a different kind of look and slightly different music. But it does remind me a little bit of Lakon Mioza in the way that they approach what they do. It's a different side of it, I think, and the music is different. But both bands have struck me as extremely proficient, and that whole veterans who know what they're doing kind of thing. Awesome band. I am extremely impressed with how strong his voice is. Very, very good. Highly enjoyable. I love this.
Yeah, really enjoyed that. Yep. I got a feeling from the lyrics that they're referring to the history of Japan regarding to war, specifically Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombings. I don't know why I thought about that, because the title says fire after fire. And what I got from the lyric is the fire in their souls that keeps burning after having lost many people in the war. It made me think about that. I don't know why, but could be wrong, but just the way it made me feel.
Well, I think that's because they are a Japanese band, so we kind of, our minds tend to go there. So it might be what the inspiration for this, where it came from. But I sort of try to kind of acknowledge that and kind of move away from it and look at the lyrics as just lyrics. And it definitely, refers to war in general. But it seemed to me like it can be interpreted as more of a how the demons of war can affect you, even if you are, say, on a winning side. All the people you have killed will come back to you, you know, in your dreams, in your waking nightmares, in, you know, whatever. Because it starts off and it says, after the burning war, nothing is left, but on the edge of your sight, someone's there. Cities are all ruined, everything is aflame, but on the edge of the night, we are here. It sounds to me like it refers to that, you know, the ghosts of war. And it could have something to do more with that sort of folklore side of things and, you know, the whole demons image and what they're trying to do in that way, which I am not, you know, versed in. So I'm just going to look at it from that point of view. And I think it is about sort of the downside of war. And fantastic lyrics, and they work really well in translation too. You know, the quiet battlefield, naked and lonely, no one is left to tell the tale of the fire. It's a symbol of our occupation, free to devastate again, your soul, fire after fire. It's just, yeah.
Two lines that you mentioned, I think they were the ones that took me back to thinking about World War II specifically. One was cities are in ruins or ruined, and no one is left to tell the tale. That made me think about a massive decimation, the sheer volume of loss of life.
It's very possible, because I don't think it talks about survivors, though. I think it talks about the ones who have died. Because there are certain lines, fire after fire, we have arrived to haunt your dreams. We have returned. This is how it's meant to be. We are the flame that never dies, and we'll laugh at the world's shattered cries. So it's like, again, it's the price of war is what it feels like. It's talking about that even the victors are rarely winners. You know what I mean?
Because if you're human, you'll be haunted by it because you can't handle the atrocities that you've caused.
And whether it is what is meant here in the song or not, that's what I got out of it. And I think it's actually really, really good. You know, a depth that I didn't expect to get out of this song. Really good. I'm highly impressed with this band. I'm actually looking forward to more, definitely. So thanks to J Metal Fan. Another fantastic introduction. Another band that he's introduced us to, and loving it. Fantastic. Thank you for the support.
Thanks to J Metal Fan. Another hit. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and click the little bell icon so you'll get notified on all our future videos. If you have a request you'd like bumped up the line, please make it through Buy Me a Coffee. All contributions are, of course, very much appreciated. Thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you all for your time.
There's something about their voices that just really connects with me. Like I said, I think is one of the best I've heard so far from Japanese bands, and his voice just connects with me personally. I don't know, it feels good to me. It just every time I hear it, my ears just perk up, and I'm like, oh, this is different. I really like some sort of richness in there that just really appeals to me. And as you said, you called it a collision, you know, because their voices are just so different, but when they come together, it's like this a whole lot of goodness. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate all the support. We appreciate you still being with us, and hope you'll stick around. We'll be back in a couple of days with a new episode, so we'll hopefully see you all then. Thanks, guys.
Bye. Guys.